Could the Golden State Warriors be on the verge of landing a superstar? Recent whispers suggest the team is eyeing a game-changing player, and fans are buzzing with anticipation. This isn't just speculation. Trusted sources are hinting at serious discussions that could reshape the roster. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss the latest updates on this potential blockbuster move. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to keep up with every twist and turn in Warriors news. The Golden State Warriors are making waves in the trade rumor mill as they eye significant moves this winter to reclaim their status as title contenders. It's been a busy season for the Warriors, who have been linked to several high-profile names, including LeBron James, Jimmy Butler, and even Zion Williamson. The anticipation surrounding these potential trades has fans buzzing, so let's dive into the latest developments. Starting with LeBron James, the mere thought of him wearing a Warriors jersey sends shockwaves through the NBA community. Reports have surfaced that Golden State is once again considering a trade for the King. While there was chatter last season that fizzled out after LeBron opted against a move, recent discussions have reignited hopes for a monumental LeBron-Stephen Curry duo. But let's be real. This trade would require a hefty price in assets, and with LeBron's no-trade clause, it remains a complicated scenario. Can you imagine the logistics of making this happen? It's both thrilling and daunting. Moving on to Jimmy Butler, it seems like the Miami Heat star is inching closer to a departure. Butler has made it clear he's not interested in contract extensions, and his potential availability could make him a prime target for the Warriors. Averaging 18.6 points this season, Butler would bring a mix of on-ball skills and defensive prowess that could perfectly complement the Warriors' offensive system. But here's the kicker. His age and looming free agency could complicate things. If the Warriors are serious about pursuing Butler, they might have to part ways with key players like Andrew Wiggins or Jonathan Kuminga. Is it worth the risk for a player who might only offer short-term rewards? I'm honestly torn on this one. Then there's Zion Williamson. Although there haven't been concrete trade rumors about him, his name has popped up as the Pelicans signal they no longer view him as untouchable. A recent suggestion pointed towards the Warriors considering Zion as a high-risk, high-reward option. Given his injury history, it raises the question, can the Warriors afford to chase a player who might not stay healthy? Utilizing players like Wiggins and Kevin Looney in a package deal could be enticing, but with a win-now mentality, it seems like a gamble that might not pay off. What do you think? Should the Warriors take that risk? Additionally, we've seen reports linking the Warriors to role players like Cam Johnson and Dorian Finney-Smith from the Nets. They would be solid additions, but Golden State has been hesitant to part with their young talent, particularly Kuminga, to make these trades happen. If the season takes a downturn for the Nets, perhaps that could open a door for the Warriors to revisit these discussions. But for now, it seems like a waiting game. Another center that has been on the Warriors' radar is Nikola Vucevic from the Chicago Bulls. With his impressive scoring and rebounding averages, adding Vucevic could provide the Warriors with a much-needed presence in the paint. The price for him might fluctuate, but it's clear that the Warriors could benefit from his offensive skill set. It's about time they address the center position more effectively, right? Let's not forget about other potential targets like Donte DiVincenzo, Matisse Thybulle, Kelly Olynyk, and Bruce Brown. Each of these players brings unique skills that could fill gaps in the Warriors roster. DiVincenzo, in particular, could bring back some familiarity, and Thybulle, while struggling, has a defensive pedigree that would fit well. So, where do we stand? The Warriors are actively searching for ways to bolster their roster, but the decisions they make now could have lasting implications for their future. Are they focused on short-term gains, or are they building for sustained success? Personally, I think they need to tread carefully. It's a balancing act, one that could either lead to another championship or leave fans longing for what could have been. We need to talk about Brandon Podziemski. After a disappointing performance in the recent 143-133 loss to the Dallas Mavericks, the frustration is palpable. I mean, how many times can we watch him hesitate, especially in crucial moments? In the fourth quarter, he had Luka Doncic biting on a fake, but then froze, allowing his shot to get blocked. It's moments like this that have fans questioning if his rookie season was nothing more than a fluke. I've seen comments like, "Didn't see how he was that good last year, can't stand him this year." That's harsh, but I get it. Some fans are calling for him to be sent down to the G League, while others are defending him, saying it's not all on him. Teammates need to move and create space. The reality is, while Podziemski did stumble on that play, the entire offense looked stagnant. It's a team game, but he's the one taking the heat. Let's break down his performance. He finished with just 3 points on 1-5 shooting in the fourth quarter. That's not going to cut it in the NBA, especially for a team with playoff aspirations. However, it's crucial to note that head coach Steve Kerr is still in his corner. He praised Podziemski's defense and acknowledged his effort when Steph Curry was on the bench. But here's where it gets tricky. Kerr has also called him out for decision-making. It feels like a balancing act, support versus accountability. Now, we have to consider the implications of the Warriors trading for Dennis Schroeder. This changes the landscape for Podziemski. He went from being a promising young talent to potentially expendable overnight. What does this mean for his future? Will he get the minutes to develop, or are we witnessing the beginning of a downward spiral? Look, I'm torn on this. On one hand, I want to believe that Podziemski can find his rhythm and contribute significantly. But on the other, I can't help but feel that the pressure is mounting. He's averaging just 7.7 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 3.4 assists this season. That's not what we expected when we drafted him 19th overall. And let's not forget the next game against the Memphis Grizzlies. Podziemski had a decent outing against them earlier this season, scoring 11 points, grabbing 7 rebounds, and dishing out 5 assists. Can he replicate that performance? Fans are hoping to see a spark, but with Schroeder in the mix, his opportunities might dwindle. So, I ask you, was trading for Schroeder the right move? Personally, I'm conflicted. On one hand, adding a veteran presence could stabilize the team, but on the other, it raises questions about the development of young players like Podziemski. Is this a step forward for the Warriors, or could it hinder our chances in the long run? I want to hear from you. What do you think? Are you still holding out hope for Podziemski, or is it time to move on? Let's debate this in the comments. Your thoughts matter, and we're all in this together as Warriors fans. And remember, if you enjoyed this analysis and want to stay updated on all things Warriors, hit that like button and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any crucial updates. We're building something special here, and I want you along for the ride. Let's keep the conversation going. And as always, go Warriors.